And yesterday, one of the biggest bands in the world dropped brand new music, highly anticipated music, their first in 3 years. It's called Jumpsuit. It is, of course, our hottest record in the world. It is, of course, 21 Pilots, and we had to get Josh on the line and speak to him all about it. Josh, hello.
Hello, Annie Mac.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Where am I speaking to you right now? Where are you?
I'm in Trench, and it's been a little while since I've seen everybody. It's, been a little over a year, I guess. But it's good to be talking to you and having new music finally. It feels really cool.
Great. Well, the new music you're talking about is Jumpsuit, and I think we should play it right now on Radio 1. Let's do it. Your hottest record in the world from 21 Pilots is Jumpsuit.
Now, this is Annie Mac's hottest record in the world. This is Annie Mac's hottest record in the world.
There you go, Jumpsuit on Radio 1. So much to ask you about, Josh. Let's kick off with just this track that we just heard. It feels to me like heavier, kind of grungier, really, really exciting listen. Tell me about Jumpsuit and what went into making that for you and Tyler.
Oh, man. Well, first of all, thanks for making it hottest record. That sounds really cool, and it is cool, and it's a big deal. And I think it is a little bit heavier. And I remember actually near the end of the last tour cycle, Tyler and I were on tour, and we would kind of just like play, stuff at sound check. And Tyler was on the bass guitar and kind of playing that riff. And I feel like maybe that was one of the first ones that was starting to be worked on while we were kind of like still on tour. And then it just, over time turned into what it is. But I would say, me personally, I feel like it's kind of like picking up where we left off with where Blurry Face ended.
Yeah.
So it felt like the first track back to kind of bridge that gap and go from one record to the next.
I mean, there's been such huge anticipation for new music. I mean, kind of hysteria online when you were sending out those teasers and people were kind of trying to figure out what they meant and kind of decoding all this stuff and making it really exciting for, as you say, those dedicated fans to try and kind of go on this little like journey of discovery to find out what's happening with the new music.
Yeah, it was cool. And, I think within that kind of thing, when there is kind of some tension or some excitement or anticipation, this is really the scariest time, I think. One, to see who is still sticking around. And Tyler and I constantly have conversations and visions of, 15 people being left over or whatever that by the time we go and play a show and there's just nobody there. But also, if there is, people talking about it in anticipation, then it kind of feels like what we deliver has to be pretty good, or else that anticipation bubble is kind of bursted and then it's a total letdown. So, I feel like this is kind of the scariest time to kind of be vulnerable and hope that it meets everybody's expectations.
So the It in question is a new album from 21 Pilots. What can you tell us about this album, please, Josh?
Well, the album is called Trench. That's the name of the album. And furthers the story a little bit, continuation of Blurry Face. In a way, it kind of zooms out a little bit, and there's a full narrative. And musically, I'm really excited about it. I think that it continues to be diverse, and Tyler will call me and send me over a song, an idea, and everyone's better than the last one that he sent me. And I am very excited to obviously play these songs live. I think that continues to be kind of a place that we go to when creating songs, is how is this going to look live, and how can we perform this and make it really cool and interesting and involve people. And that's always been kind of one of the driving factors in creating an album.
One thing you can tell us, Josh, that some people might know is when they can get their hands on Trench. So
the album comes out October 5th, and I wish that it was. I wish it was today, because I feel like I'm excited to have people hear it and hopefully like it. But yeah, October 5th.
Before you go, Josh, you are going to be touring, right?
Yes. And that's one thing that I'm excited to talk about and want to talk about because of my insecurity of maybe nobody showing up. But we are touring in October as well. it's going to be fun, and I want to see everybody.
What's the ambition for you guys when it comes to live? You know, do you look at yourselves like a band that could, you know, be headlining festivals?
Man, festivals for us is kind of one of the most exciting things. There's something about energy of a ton of different bands kind of showing up and really putting their best foot forward, and the idea of a lot of people there that may not know who you are, even if you are headlining. And so that there's always such a pressure, whether you're at an opening stage or whether you're headlining. So, man, I think that is a goal, is to, you know, kind of reach as far as we can in the festival world, and then, you know, I feel like kind of always just try to impress ourselves and impress each other on stage, and you know, make it not get stale, and to be intentional about the way we perform and maybe different stunts to make sure that it can't become stale. So I think that's the ambition, and it's my favorite thing in the world.
Okay. Let's play Jumpsuit one more time before you go. And once again, Josh, thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thank you, Annie.
Okay, your hottest record in the world from 21 Pilots. They're back. This is Jumpsuit.